Welcome everybody back to my channel. Today we are making agave walnut cream cheese to go on our everything bagels. Come on. Recipe, you're going to need some pure light brown sugar, 1 8-ounce pack of Philadelphia cream cheese. You're going to need some blue agave, some shelled walnuts that we're going to toast in the skillet first, some cinnamon, and we may use a little bit of vanilla. I haven't made my mind up yet. You also will need a cutting board to chop up your walnuts, and you're going to need measuring spoons and a 1/3 cup measure for your walnuts. So let's get started. Now, I just love walnuts. They're good for your brain and your lungs. You see how they look? They look like a little lung, right? Two lobes of lungs. But anyway, with this economy, and if you're used to stopping at Panera Bread and picking up your bagel with a nice spread of their walnut cream cheese, but you can't afford to do that, and you can save money by making your own right at home. We're just going to get started with chopping up these walnuts, and then I'm going to put them in a pan to lightly toast them after I get them chopped. And you chop them to your liking, because you may not, want a large chunk. Some people may want large chunks. You may like nuts that much that you want your cream cheese a little chunkier. I like to taste my nuttiness throughout my cream cheese. So now that these are chopped, let's get a pan so that we can get them in the oven. Not the oven, let's get a pan so we can toast them on the stove. Now I'm just gonna put a little butter in this pan to get started with toasting the walnuts. Now, you don't have to toast your walnuts, but I definitely recommend it. Toasting them brings out those natural oils and gives the walnuts a much deeper, richer, nuttier flavor. It also gives them a little extra crunch, which is going to be so good once we mix them into this creamy base. And because we're making a brown sugar walnut agave cream cheese, I want that warm, toasted flavor to come through instead of the walnuts just getting lost in the sweetness. Just keep an eye on them, because walnuts can go from perfectly toasted to burnt pretty quickly. Got some dishes over there that I gotta wash from dinner last night. But we'll get these in here and get them going just a little bit and get them moving around in that butter. Toasting walnuts in a little butter brings out their natural oils and gives them a deeper, richer, nuttier flavor. That little bit of butter also adds another layer of richness before they ever hit the cream cheese. Now, you only need a few minutes. That's on low toasting. I'm going to move you back over here to measure out your brown sugar and your agave. Let's go over to the KitchenAid. So first, you want to start with using your paddle. You want to use the paddle for this recipe, okay, on your KitchenAid. and you want to make sure that you are mixing your Philadelphia cream cheese. You're going to put the full softened, see it's softened. We're going to put this full 8-ounce bar into the stand mixer, and we're going to allow it to mix until creamy, which usually is to about a full minute, go a full minute, and then we're going to add our other ingredients. So let me get this. We're going to go ahead and add our cream cheese in. Just scrape the extra because it's softened. I've had it sitting out this morning, but you want to scrape the extra off. Get that in there in the bowl. Okay, let's pour this down. Lock your mixer and let it start going. And you want to take it up to about 2 and just let that mix for 60 seconds. Now while that's mixing, we're going to go over here to the walnuts. As you can see, our walnuts are nice and toasted and they smell decadent. Oh my gosh. If you're wondering why you would want to roast them, it helps to bring out the flavor of the nuts. Okay, now to your mixture, you want to add a tablespoon, roughly, of brown sugar, and you want to do a tablespoon of agave. This brown sugar walnut agave cream cheese is going to be so good on my everything bagel. And then we want a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm just going to eyeball it, but you can use a half a teaspoon. Cinnamon helps you get ready for fall. I absolutely love it because I love cinnamon. Cinnamon helps to deepen the brown sugar flavor and make it seem a little more caramelized, bringing out the toasted nutty character of the walnuts. And then I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla as well. Adding vanilla helps soften the sharp tang of the cream cheese without actually removing it. Makes the brown sugar in the agave taste richer and sweeter without needing a lot more sugar, giving the walnuts a more dessert-like bakery flavor. And then you're gonna let that mix for about another 30 seconds. I'm gonna stop the mixing bowl, and scrape my sides down. Adding the vanilla adds that warm aroma that makes your brain register the whole thing as sweeter and more indulgent. It also helps tie the brown sugar, the agave, cinnamon, toasted walnut, and cream cheese together, so none of them taste like separate ingredients. Now for my brown sugar walnut agave cream cheese recipe, I'm going to leave it in the description box for you. I'd like for you to let me know if you try to make this cream cheese, and leave me a comment if you eat it with a piece of toast or a bagel. Actually, I would love if you would leave me an emoji of a bagel or a piece of toast. That lets me know where you made it to in this video. All right. And we're going to go ahead and get that started again. Okay, now after that 30 seconds, you want to switch to what I do is switch to my whisk, because I want my cream cheese to fluff up. So I'm just going to get all my extras off of here. Okay. Make sure I scrape everything down. All right, and give your stuff a little taste now. We're gonna let this whip up now. I turned it on medium, let it whip up for a while. Last, we're gonna fold in your toasted walnuts. Then you're gonna turn this off and give it a good mix with your spatula. Okay, get everything down in there. Get you a container to put it in and put it in the refrigerator to chill. Okay, I'm just going to use an older sour cream container that I have, and I'm just going to put it inside of there just like that until I fill the container up, and I'm going to place it in my fridge. Make sure you immediately wash out your utensils you use and put them back in place. This is how you keep up with your attachments. Wipe your mixer off and put it back where you like to keep it. And now you can on like that. Let's taste. I like mine crunchy. That's good.